Hi there, Stan the Annuity Man, America's Annuity Agent, talking about the pros and cons of deferred income annuities. We're going to go through the good, the bad, the beautiful, the ugly, the limitations, the benefits of deferred income annuities, also called DIAs. That's the acronym. Here's the good news. I've written a book on deferred income annuities, the DIA Owner's Manual, of which I will send to you for free and under no obligation. Go to theannuityman.com, sign up right there, and I'll send it to you for free and under no obligation. You can also get free quotes, deferred income annuity quotes there. Listen to my podcast, which is called Fun with Annuities. There's all kinds of things there. Bottom line, I'm licensed in all 50 states, including yours. And before you make any decision, we need to talk one-on-one just to make sure an annuity fits. It might not, and I'll be blunt enough and factual enough to tell you that. In fact, I'll tell you, when I get back from the break after we hear this really good music, I'm going to tell you a good story about that. Hit it. All right, so before we get started in the deferred income annuity space, where I just break it all down for you, I get a call the other day from a gentleman who'd watched a bunch of my YouTube videos, and he had a ton of annuities. He had over $5 million of annuities, and he wanted to transfer them. He was mad, and his agent, he didn't like his agent or advisor, and I said, slow down there, Sparky. Send me your statements. Let me take a look at what you have. In a lot of cases, if you've owned an annuity for a very, very long time, it's hard to transfer that because the guarantees don't typically transfer when you transfer from one annuity to another. So we did the analysis. Long story short, unlike all agents out there that get thrown $5 million worth of annuities, it really made sense for him to stay where he was at. I conference called his advisor agent, and boy, he had his fists up. He's like, come on, let me stay in the annuity. I'm like, calm down, calm down. We went through the annuities that he had, and at the end of the day, he needed to stay. And I told his advisor agent that. I told the client that. I think everyone was happy. Bottom line is, when you come and talk to me, it's going to be a professional call. I mean, I'm not going to be your friend, but I'm going to be the best advisor and agent you've ever had because I'm going to tell the brutal and factual truth. So let's get down to deferred income annuities. What are deferred income annuities? In essence, they're a single premium immediate annuity that you can defer. Same structure, no annual fees, no costs, no moving parts, very easy to understand. A 9-year-old could understand it, no offense to 9-year-olds. Some 9-year-olds are really smart, right? But the point is simple. I mean, it's a transfer risk. It's a lifetime income stream based on your life expectancy at the time you take the payments. And interest rates play a secondary role. Now, an immediate annuity, the difference between an immediate annuity and a deferred income annuity, well, that's a lot to say. The difference between the two is that the single premium immediate annuity, you can start as soon as 30 days up to a year. With a deferred income annuity, you're deferring the income start date to as early as 13 months out to as far out as 30 to 40 years with some carriers. Here's the good news about it. It's just not complex. A lot of the stuff that's out there for future income is very, very complex. It's hard to understand. This is very simplistic. So let's go over the benefits of a deferred income annuity. First of all, it's a lifetime income stream. It's based upon your life expectancy at the time you decide to take the payments. Even after the policy is issued, you can typically change that start date one time with most carriers. You can use it in all types of accounts, non-IRA, IRA, Roth IRA. You can use a deferred income annuity in all of those. The contractual guarantees are the same. The only difference is how the income is taxed. You can have it single life, you can set it up joint life, you can set it up to defer and then pay for a specific period of time, which is what we call in the industry period certain. So in other words, the benefits of this is just the flexibility of it. And we can structure the policy so that when your Learjet hits the mountain, when your Ferrari hits the tree, when your Bentley hits the median and you die, 100% of any unused money goes to your listed beneficiaries. A lot of people say, well, I'd never buy an annuity, Stan, because when I die, money goes poof. Well, we can structure it that way, but most people don't. Okay, you can structure it so that the annuity company's on the hook to pay regardless of how long you live, but when you die, we can structure it so that 100% of the unused money goes to your listed beneficiaries, and the evil annuity company never keeps a penny under any circumstances. So hold on for a second. I'm going to come back with the limitations, which are as important. So let's talk about deferred income annuity limitations. Yes, you need to know about the limitations. I love some of these sales pitches I hear from annuity agents. They're all pie in the sky, unicorns chasing the butterflies. If the planets align themselves, life's going to be perfect. It doesn't work that way, of course. So the limitations of deferred income annuities, it's a rigid contract. It really is. It's irrevocable, meaning that once you have the deferred income annuity in place and it's past that free look time period, you can't call me up and say, Stan, I won't do that anymore, send me the money. Can't do that. You're going to get your money back via payment form. So that's a limitation, is the lack of liquidity. The other limitation is the fact that when you're deferring, you're not going to see a specific interest rate growth. Now, the annuity company enhances the payment, meaning they're going to increase it, the longer you let them hold on to the money. In the South, they call that's cooking. The more it cooks, the more you get. But that's a limitation as well. So the primary two limitations is the irrevocable nature of the contract, the lack of liquidity, which is kind of one and the same, lack of liquidity, and the fact that you're not going to get some trackable interest rate growth. So you have to know that. It has to be allocated properly and in proportion in your portfolio to work, but you have to weigh those limitations with the benefits. But a lot of people, a lot of my high net worth clients like them because there's no moving parts. They know exactly what's going to happen. But when we quote what I call income later, you say, hey, Stan, I want income to start in 4 years or 7 years or 10 years. We are going to quote two products, deferred income annuities and income riders, because those are the only two contractual products in the annuity world that solve for what I call income later, income at a future time. Now, we'll show you both. We'll explain both. I'll send you books on both. But at the end of the day, you're going to choose the highest contractual guarantee, or you could say, hey, I like to have one income rider and one deferred income annuity. There's no perfect annuity type. I know a lot of people out there that are selling these things say that they have the annuity for you. They don't. These are contracts. You have to make your decision on the contractual guarantee. So I know you're saying, well, that's a lot, Stan, deferred income annuities. Let me shock you a little bit here. You already own one. Yes, you do. You already own a deferred income annuity. It's called Social Security. It works exactly, not somewhat, exactly the same as Social Security. So let's look at your Social Security contract, for lack of a better term. If you wait till you're 70 to turn it on, the payments are higher. Why? Because you're older, which means that your life expectancy is less, which means that there are fewer payments, which means that the payments are higher. Makes sense. Same thing with deferred income annuities. The older you are, the higher the payment. The younger you are, the lower the payment, primarily based on life expectancy. Let's look at from the standpoint of deferred income annuities versus Social Security. Social Security is the best inflation annuity on the planet. Why? Because the increases are political. It's a political football. Our lovely friends and politicians in DC, they just vote on it, say, okay, we're just going to raise it. Annuity companies don't do that. They do not give anything away. So if you look at a deferred income annuity with and without a cost of living increase, let's do it visually. Here's without, here's with. My producers always say, Stan, you're voguing again. Remember Madonna, bang, bang? Okay, deferred income annuity, same annuity without, deferred income annuity with a cost of living adjustment rider right here. So yes, you can get an increase to the income stream, but it's not like your Social Security payment where they're just giving it away from the standpoint of they're just going to raise taxes on the rest of us to make up for it. So that's an important thing to know. By the way, producer, and I forgot to say this, my T-shirt, Mr. Softy, was sent in to me by a very good client out of New York, and I know what Mr. Softy is because I've spent a lot of time in New York in my previous life. It's the little truck that drives around all the boroughs and stops and plays the music, and they have great ice cream. So, hey, if you want to send me a T-shirt, I'll wear it. But that's people saying, why are you wearing a Mr. Softy? Because I lived in New York for a while, and I know who Mr. Softy is. I digress. When it comes to deferred income annuities, you need to shop all carriers, and in a second, I'll tell you why. Here's why you need to shop all carriers. It's the gallon of milk. With deferred income annuity quotes, and you can go to my site at theannuityman.com, use our proprietary calculators, get your own quotes, work with me one-on-one, top agent in the country, you might want to do that, to get the best deferred income annuity quotes. I'll quote it all for you, I'll quote all types of parameters for you, but you have 7 to 10 days to make a decision and get the paperwork to the company. Why? Because annuity quotes expire like a gallon of milk every 7 to 10 days. So it's a very commoditized market, a very fluid market. That doesn't mean you have to make a decision. That doesn't mean that someone can high pressure you into a decision. That doesn't mean that it's ever urgent to buy an annuity. It's never, ever, ever urgent to buy an annuity. The only urgency is to learn about that annuity, 100% good, bad, and the limitations, the pros and the cons. Talk with me. Let me send you my book on deferred income annuities to see if it even fits. But at the end of the day, make your decision on your terms and on your time frame. Hey, before I go, watch this other video, how to create your own pension plan. It kind of coincides with what we've been talking about. Hit the subscribe button. Go to my site at The Annuity Man to talk with me, and I will see you on the next Stan the Annuity Man video.